Hi my little puffins and welcome to this video. Today I am drawing an original character called Mackenzie. She has been with me for a couple of years now and I felt like I needed to draw her because we need more humans on the channel because there have been a lot of horses. So this is what I will be drawing today, and also in this video you're gonna learn 8 facts about me. So let's get started. The first time I was introduced to Photoshop was in 2004. I do believe it was 2004 because it was in high school when I was attending the first grade in high school. Can you say that? I had a lecture where I had to learn a little bit about Photoshop. I had to manipulate something, a picture, change colors and such. And I really hated it. I am serious. I hated Photoshop back in 2004 when I tried it out, and I said that I would never work with it again, and I failed that class because I didn't like Photoshop at all. And I said that I would never work with it again, and funny thing is, what am I doing today? I am working with it. So that's a funny coincidence. I just returned to it a couple of years later and it worked. Something you might not know is that in the early years of my digital era, when I started out, I had no tablet at all, so I was drawing with a mouse, and here is an example of how it looked like when I was drawing with a mouse. You can see that it is quite blurry and not so much focus, and it's not so sharp. It's rather blurry, and that is because I had to draw my color and later just smudge it out with the smudging tool, and it took a while to be working with it. But I learned a lot while doing this because I developed and managed to be able to draw with a mouse. So that was very interesting, but later I moved on to a tablet. Something not many might know is that I am more or likely self-taught from the beginning. The only one I really had as an inspiration source was my older sister, but she stopped drawing when she was about 11 or 12, and I have never had someone who has taught me how to draw in that perspective or in that meaning that you sit down with someone and they teach you how to draw. I have taught myself, and that is how I am drawing today mostly. I first started to be influenced in 2013 when I attended comic school. That was when I started to be taught by someone else on how to draw, but mainly to 90% or something I am self-taught. And here is a fact that I am regretting a little bit today because it's quite sad. Between 2007 and 2013, on an average, there are basically little to none traditional art made by me. And that is really sad because I went so into the digital era. Before that I was all traditional, but when I moved on to Photoshop, I forgot the traditional art. And that is really sad because I had so many crashes on my computer where drawings has disappeared. So I have no originals from that era, and if I only had drawn traditional back then, I would have that at least, but I don't have much between 2007 and 2013, and that is something I regret today. When I attended the 7th to 9th grade in school, there was a funny fact that I thought was quite funny, but also quite annoying back then, was that the students had a drawer for their class where they collected all their drawings, and I never, or it was very seldom that I could find my drawings, because here's the reason: people took my drawings, erased my name from them and put their own name. Of course, I'm assuming it was just because they thought they could fool the teacher and get a higher grade. But thankfully my teacher knew what style each student had, so that really helped. I thought it was a little bit funny that they wanted to erase my name and place their own there instead. Little funny story from my youth. I never leave home without my sketchbook. This is something I do today. I do not leave home without my sketchbook. If I am attending a party or something, it doesn't matter anything where I can predict that it might be boring, I bring my sketchbook and a pencil. That is just essential. I have to have it because I know that if I get bored, I want to be able to do something else. And people in my surroundings have come to understanding that that's just the way I am. If I'm bored, I'm bored, so it's better that I am sitting and being social while I'm drawing. So thank you guys, my friends around me who understands this, and family, of course. Here is a fact which blows most people's minds when I'm telling it. Most often I tell it in my Twitch chat when people are asking how big my canvases are, and I never work in less than 4,000 pixels. That is huge. That is a huge size to be working on, and I never go below 4,000. I prefer 4,000 or more. So 5,000 is okay for me, but I never go down below 4,000 pixels because, solemnly, this is the only reason. I hate when I zoom in 100% and I can see the pixels. That is basically it. So that is why I never work in less than 4,000 pixels. Between the years of 2008 and 2017, I have been the owner of 3 Wacom tablets. Not that any one of them have broken or given up on me. I have been very faithful to those tablets during the years. I started out with a Wacom Bamboo, which was very faithful. It was my first tablet and I loved it to death. I only replaced it when the pencils started to dysfunction a bit, so that's when I upgraded it to Intuos 4 medium size, I believe it was, and that works still today. But in 2013 I wanted to upgrade myself, so I got the Wacom Cintiq 13 HD. But all of the tablets works perfectly, it's just that the pencil in one of them doesn't work. But thankfully the Wacom pencils works to most surfaces, so that's just good. So now you know a little bit more about me as an artist and my life so far. And it looks like we are finished with the drawing. Neat. And here are some previous videos you can check out, and if you like this video, thumbs up, I really appreciate it. And don't forget to subscribe. You can subscribe by clicking the circle up there to the right. I really hope that you like this video and share it with family and friends, and I see you in the next one. Bye my little puffins!